Can you tell me a little bit about your program and your daily life as a TV presenter in Kurdistan?
Yeah, it's called Inside Kurdistan Extra. It focuses on political issues, economic issues, social issues that are related to the Kurdish cause, the Kurdistan regional government, within the context of Iraq as a whole. So we tend to interview individuals in that context. It's done in English. It's about 23 to 27 minutes long. We all have Kurdish subtitles too, so that the Kurdish audience can also understand.
Is that common for a TV show to be in English in Kurdistan?
No, actually. I think our show at Kurdsat satellite channel where I work is the only English language show at the current moment in Kurdistan and maybe in the whole of Iraq, actually. Yeah.
You left Kurdistan when you were a young girl and lived in Syria and Iran and Great Britain. I'm curious how those experiences impacted your perspective as a journalist.
When you've had to leave your homeland because of a political crisis or because of a regime that was killing your people, and my dad was injured as a result of fighting against the regime, you know, I guess it pushes you to want to expose what happened to your country and to your people a lot more. So there was always that thing about when I lived in Great Britain, I was there for 16, 17 years, that one day I'd like to go back and contribute to what was happening there and show people that this is what happened, but you know, the Kurdish people are resilient, they overcame it, and this is what we're doing.
Can you tell me a little bit more about the humanitarian crisis and how that was covered?
Well, in 1988 there was the Halabja gas attacks. The former Ba'ath regime and Saddam Hussein, under the orders of Ali Hassan Majid, better known as Chemical Ali, gassed the city of Halabja and killed 5,000 women, men and children. During that period, towards the late 1980s, there were the Anfal campaigns, a strategic campaign by the former Ba'ath regime to wipe out the Kurdish race. And this happened, people think it's one campaign, but it was actually 8. The Anfal campaign happened in 8 stages, and this at the end resulted in deaths, and many people disappeared, 182,000, I believe, in a very short period of time. And then in 1991, there was the uprising, and there was a mass exodus to the mountains. Lots of people died, there was starvation, and then that got a lot more exposure, I believe, in the media, which is why America and the international community intervened with the creation of the no-fly zone in 1991. So there was some, but not as much as there should have been, considering what happened to us in 1988.
You're going back to Kurdistan soon after your trip here to the States. I'm curious what you think you'll take away from this trip here and how you'll apply it to your work back home. It
was interesting to see how American policymakers view Kurdistan as a separate entity within the context of Iraq. So it would be nice to show Kurdish people that, you know, there isn't a specific Kurdish policy by the Americans, that we need to try to develop our own without sticking to America or any other ally that we may consider to be faithful to us. We need to try to grow, and I think I hope to show through the program that we need to develop our own policy. And in terms of your concerns about Kurdish media, what would you like to see grow or develop or change over the next 5 to 10 years? The media in Kurdistan, especially print media, doesn't make money. It's not about making money, you know, it's about getting what you have to say out there and having as many people as possible read it and believe it. And I think that's become a problem. I'd love it for it to become a much more quality-driven media. Maybe come away from the political affiliations, try to get funding from other places, you know, through subscriptions or advertisement, things like that. So it allows you to be more objective when you're giving information to people to read, and stop being so provocative.